Hey, NSA Michigan, it's Mimi Brown here. And I wanted to stop really quick with my presidential update for the month and talk about love. So, Valentine's Day is upon us. And I want to know, how are you loving on your clients? Now, not in love in the creepy way, like, no, we don't need any of that. But how are you really loving them to help elevate your audiences and the value that they get as a result of bringing you in? Because that's really what it's about as professionals. What value do we bring to our clients? And it was interesting. What made me think about this whole concept of love was when I had the pleasure of doing a breakout session and attending the CAPS, so our Canadian friends, the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers Convention this past December in London, Ontario, which is, by the way, just 2 hours from Detroit. So it's just a little easy, jolt across the bridge. And there was a keynote speaker there. His name is Donald Cooper. He's a Hall of Fame speaker, HOF, and the like our version of what a CPAE would be here in the States. And he said, speakers have 6 jobs when it comes to creating value for our clients. And I thought this was fascinating, and I wanted to share that with you. So I'm going to look up what he had. And he said, our real value is being clarifiers and simplifiers. How are we taking information and clarifying it for people, whittling it down, and simplifying the message so they can take it in digestible chunks? What I find interesting about this concept is it really connects to what we're all dealing with nowadays in the world. There's so much information that's pulling at our attention, whether it's a phone buzzing or, like I found out from Sage the other day, my Apple Watch buzzing. How do we get people focused in the moment and clarify and simplify a message? Number 2 is realists and myth debunkers. It was Dr. John Malador, who was our former national president and also a Michigan member, who said, you need to go on and make sure that you're quoting the right material. Just because it's on Google doesn't make it so. And he brought up the famous Moravian study, and they talked about how communication is most of it is nonverbal, and that actually was out of context. It was the wrong information, but are you debunking myths that are out there? So that was number 2. Number 3 is courageous truth sayers. And I like to consider myself a truth teller. Are you telling your audiences the truth about themselves or the truth about a situation? You might not always be the most popular one with being that truth teller, but they'll respect you for it. Number 4 is idea and possibility generators. So are you helping to infuse ideas into your audience, getting them to think about things outside of that proverbial box for them? And are you helping them think about what's possible for themselves, their lives, their careers, or their businesses, whatever your spin on it is, but are you creating that possibility? Number 4 is challengers. Are you helping them challenge the status quo? As Craig Valentine said, the 1999 world champion of public speaking, do you have those I speak for a living, status quo-aholics? So are you helping them challenge their frame of reference around something, a belief that they've had that you help, make a turn or make a pivot? And then lastly is energizers and encouragers. I think it was Lois Kramer who said, the concept of the motivational speaker has shifted, and now we create high content with a motivational tone. I think that motivational piece is that thread is always there, but are you adding energy to what you do? It was funny, I just keynoted for Michigan Park and Recs Association here in Novi last week, and one of my clients sent me a picture of me dancing on stage, and I really believe how you do anything is how you do everything. And so bringing the energy to the environment and helping people elevate their consciousness around, what they do and the information I'm providing is one of the values I know I bring. So I'll ask you today, how are you loving on your clients? What value are you bringing to them? And which of those 6 categories do you fall into? We'd love to hear back. Make sure you comment below about your perspective. I'll see you at our next meeting.